入った入った。なんでだ。いいやかな。よいしょ。よいしょ。どんなゲームだったっけな。追加の契約。
Hello! What business do you have with House Talent? As ever, I am my name with by our so potent art. You're fine. I just the I have. Do you not listen to 5-9?
Welcome back. What'll it be?
がいいか。あとでちょっと行ってみたさだな、ここらへん。パーティー推奨って書いてあるんだ。どういうこと？全部パーティー推奨する。全部パーティー推奨って書いてある。意味ねえわ。あれ、読み込ま遅い。領収会議なんかある？
Oh, hey there, friend.
君は？
Hello again.
アルコルネンのセット。
Welcome back.
高っ。22万。何もありません。アルコールネンってない。きっとそうだ。
You again? What now? In this terminally... Not that... But it is... I am the... Doubtless. But while... Especially you are... And by then all... A fate worse... But at least I'm not a girl.
Always good to see a familiar face.
トレイテスは全部買ってあるか。あと買えるもんねえかな。基地ショーに行けばいいかな。
Hello again.
配置アイテムセット1万。建設セット視聴者モバイル視聴写真系の記載されます。これいいだろう。
Welcome back.
Kitten is back. Do we have business? Fenring has gone silent. Fenring owes us all. Dangerous to speak that name aloud. Even here, beneath our connection offers no protection. Only the You better be. Dangerous Well, I didn't ask. I'll have my men take you to him. His instructions, see? I told you I had a ribbon for you. Such trust. I promise not to take advantage.
Ah, my favorite assassin. I must confess that reading Alara's reports is a rare pleasure. Except this last report. You entered the ruins of old Carthage, accompanied by the outlaw Zantara, and you returned alone. Tell me, what happened down there? As a mentat, your mind is a fortress built on logic and reason. Yet even the most impregnable fortress conceals hidden gates. Tell me what transpired. Spare no detail. The Beni Tlilax, a nest of spiders that burned with old Carthage. And you, a Gola, the flesh of the fallen, reborn. Fascinating. Your service has earned you answers. Ask. They were the first sign that the Beni Tlilax were not done with Arrakis. My agents began reporting stir-ups among the minor power players. We quickly discovered that these were Tlilax agents, but that they were Gola was unexpected. Nevertheless, I could not allow them to destabilize the region. We must each do our part. And years ago, my informants traced some unusual activity in Carthage to a Beni Tlilaxu lab. Before we could investigate further, the destruction of old Carthage is considered a terrible act. I believe it was the Tlilaxu who destroyed the city. A monstrous choice. Destroying, unlike clones, who are grown from living cells, Gola are grown from the flesh of one who has died. The process of doing so is knowledge known only to the Beni Tlilax. They make a fortune dealing their spoiled Na familia will pay extraordinary sums to have their favorite pet or retainer No Gola has the memories of its original host. No Gola remembers who they are. If you value the part, indeed, you are a refinement. Your compulsion doesn't drive you to... You have a great deal of imprinting. You can learn, and, fascinatingly, you don't have the appearance of who... You must have been someone with a recognizable face. The Beni Tlilax are forced to hide you in plain sight. It seems highly unlikely. Such experiments would be psychologically unstable. It's plausible. You seem designed. Perhaps we can discover the answer together. Recently, there has been a string of murders in Arrakeen. The victims have all been my agents at one time or another. A Tlilax retaliation for your efforts on my behalf. Travel to Arrakeen. Find my investigator in the Imperial Consulate. He'll be thrilled to have the help. I expect nothing but excellence from you. Report.
You know, I had
ちゃうな、多分。じゃあ君か。
You again?
違うの。調査主任って誰ってオープニングがある。
Well, if it isn't Fenring's pet puzzle box. Last we met, there was a Sadaka blade against your throat, and I was debating how best to make you scream. Careful, prisoner. I might start thinking you're trying to scare me. Truth is what I'm after as well, but words are easy. We don't have time for guesswork. But rushing breeds mistakes, and this killer is methodical, precise. And there's a pattern to the victims. Find it, and you might... If the killer's still here, and we believe they are, then this is our best, and make no mistake, if the Bennett Tlilaxu are involved, it's a purge, carefully planned and devastating. A threat not only to Arakeen, there is no we. You go out and dig. I stay here. Don't come back empty-handed. They were competent, trained, and experienced. But skill only gets you so far when someone's watching your every move. They ran into something or someone they didn't expect. You want suspects? Count Fenring. Some want him dead, some want him ruined. And I am doing that very thing, am I not? The Sheriff of Arakeen has many opinions. One of them is that, for now, it's sufficient. You're not Fenring's only pet. He's got a whole shelf of broken things he likes to wind up and watch. Start with the engineer, Austin Lath, on the upper level of the last two victims were known associates. He must be mixed up in this somehow. He's not out on the floor with the common drinkers, if that's what you're thinking. Lath sticks to the back rooms. Quiet, curated, and expensive enough. Of course not. They are... You'll have to speak with the barman on the upper level of the Seleucid Bull, Alistair Chin. Either he or their security man, Ugo. Agent doesn't mean what you think here. Fenring's people aren't all cloak and dagger types. More like a specialized bunch of killers and survivors. You fit in better than you... We have a prevailing thing. You've just come from Carthage, have you not? Then you felt it. The way that wasn't war. Wasn't Harkonnen spite. That was Tlilaxu work. And these killings bear the same signature. Makes a tidy cover story, wouldn't you say? The Tlilaxu had a secret foothold under Carthage. You saw it. Hidden lab. Then someone found it. And when it wasn't secret anymore, they burned the city to cover their track. It would seem that the Tlilaxu believe that. I believe the exact who of it doesn't really matter anymore. They'll burn the whole house down, just to kill the mouse. Then they're not done burning. They'll keep going house by house, room by room, name by name. Lath had an assistant. She's a smart girl. Does most of his work. If only I had a dossier and a drink menu. Find the man. You'll learn more in 5 minutes than I could tell you in... Should you require further guidance, return to...
Do mine ears detect?
違うよね。どこだ？ステンなんたらさ。ステンなんたらさ。ステンなんたらさ。お、飛んでる。
Do I know you?
違ったアルロステンさんどれ君違うよ
Hello! Welcome to the Matador room, where the spirit of Caladan steps into the... Here we pay His was a dance not... But as the sea shapes the shore, so too does courage shape legacy. If you need anything, do not... believe me. But unless your house's sigil is on the registry, you will have to enjoy this floor with the rest of us wretches. Besides, the room is on lockdown. I'm just the gatekeeper. A minor medical incident with a patron. We are... Of course, discretion and propriety forbid me from disclosing the activities of our patrons. You understand. Hey, Thors sent you. Yes, we know must... Alas, he is the subject of the yes, but that was before. I regret to inform you that the engineer has... let's just say he won't be ordering more drinks anytime soon. Currently, I am speaking with you. Soon I will attend. Master Leith is na familia. That means there is no one to miss here. I have the Beggars Guild on the how else do... In the old days, yes. Master Leith, he was not exactly... Well, Alistair, the wine merchant, Ambrose Lucifer. Oh, and his assistant, Hester Klimt. Well, she is a blend of outdated, written by fringe thinkers for fringe art. Proletarian erotic. Factory workers rotting behind... Very well. But, may I... What a conspiracy. The man was cooked on Vantadra. Mind hyper-black resin. Cut with a soot sweat. They used to lace it with trace amounts of expired melange to keep the convicts. The problem is, ended up in a noble's glass on... very well. I grant you are... Please, wave your little wand around. You...
あったような気がするね。動きません。動かない。どういうこと？動いた動いた。とかなんかあったっけ、そういうツール。なんかあった気がするけど忘れたわ。
If you're hearing this, well, I didn't get away. I'm Austin Lathe, engineer. The guy they call when they want things done, not questions asked. There was this one chance I could have said no, but I didn't. I crunched the numbers, fine-tuned them. That was all it took to bring down the ceiling on a million lives. I didn't press the button, but I knew it was coming. I just didn't want to disappoint the guy who asked. They gave me a new title, a nicer coat, called me Not Familia. But after that, they wouldn't look me in the eye. And the thing I hear over and over, it's not the blast, it's my silence. Then I found this pamphlet stuck behind a sink. You dig, you sweat, you die, and your work builds opera houses on worlds you'll never see. There was a sandfly stamped on the back, razor wings, sickle-shaped stinger. What bleeds in silence must one day sing. Didn't get it then, but those words stuck.
Oh, I swear to the stars. If you're here to ply me with a drink, let me be plain. This, you've seen... very well. I was his assistant. Adequate. At any rate, he was my boss. I didn't know... No. And what does it matter? Now, if you'll excuse me...
Oh, you're back.
こいつたちがスキャナー持ってくるか。スキャナー確か
I presume you have some. I know the ways to the hearts of our. An offering of spice melange would make for. I presume. I know the way. Normally.
It seems we both yet live.
I have nothing to offer you, and even less to say.
It's out of my hands now. The war of us. As for me, I can't participate in this any longer.
You again?
Still alive.
Back again. Ah, but it's quite obvious. The seats of the great. I'm sure you'll make it.
Atreides sycophants are not welcome here. Perhaps.
調べてないもんあったっけ？なんかあるか？まだなんかあるんだよ、まだきっと。書類。外かな。どっかあるか、他に。ここしかない。ここしかない。わかりません。犯罪行為を証明する方法を見つけ出す。
You? I.
君ら絶対関係ないもんな。君は？
Ah, you are back. How can I help? He did say something about hate. Trouble and the Harkonnens go hand in hand here. But a murder here? Right under Hawatsa nose. It would take something special to her.
Welcome to the match. If you're here for honesty, I suggest dehydrate if you must. Saw him when he came in to measure his vantage draft. Faster with the paw like a chemist balancing his assistant Hester and that pup. The last few weeks he kept the... Saw him when he came in. It's been a while. He didn't want me in there. Not anymore. Just the drink. I respected his wishes. Alibi. I was behind this bar, pouring drink. Ask Ugo. Ask the regs. Ask anyone who's sober enough to spell alibi. What was he reading? I don't always keep up. Very heavy. And I'm holding out for the Communinet adaptation. I eagerly anticipate your return. No. Found what you were looking for, if you must. He was a good customer. Generous, that was my impression. A garrison town in the eastern... If you must. I eagerly anticipate you can't get anything.
Do mine ears detect the footfalls of someone who will add a drop of excitement to this rather pedestrian... Austin's dead. But I only saw him recently. So full of life. Wait. Is this a potential murder investigation? How charmingly macabre! Yes, I simply must be involved. How might I foresee... Now, see here, I am only midway through today's debauch, and I just... Do lighten up. This is the few... I've already imbibed several libations in dear Estim's memory. Yes, of course. Carry on. My occasional drinking companion has an education in engineering. He has an advisory position at the Imperial... He's here more often than even I. If you ask me, and you have, he curried the fate... Well, his carnal pursuits are prodigious. He worked his way through nearly all of Arakeen's... My occasion... He has an He's here more... Well, his carnal... It's been a most unusual... Ah, the return... I've already imbibed... Yes, it's been a...
Very well, what do you
お前も
want?
できるんかい。
I'm sure. Why are you... Very well, what do you want? I don't think you could get... Oh, restrain yourself. He's finally dead. How did... Actually, did you hear, Portavoy? Very well, what do you want?
Ah, you are back. How can I help?
I'm in over my head. Who made that fanciful exaggeration? Ambrose, now that sounds like a fanciful exaggeration. I at least saw nothing to... Who made that fanciful exaggeration? Ambrose Lucifer. Now that sounds like a fanciful exaggeration. I at least saw nothing to suggest anything. Who made that Now that sounds like...
You dare bother me again. Don't mind late, whatever low peerage you... I know the names and faces of perhaps you are a law. You dare bother me again. How... Has no one... I have a good... I can do that, you know. What you want does... Oh, Sergeant Clack, he knows. And before the poor girl was her white dress, we learned later that... Save your pity, you that Fremen bastard. It was glad tidings when I had a beloved... She was a love. You've had your story. You again. Plague me.
Are you from the planetologist office? Wait, only there. My grandson Cyprian is the Imperial certain. I don't. Of course, use and the certain.
Oh, you're back. Would you be a dear?
こっち行けばいいの？違うよな、絶対。一回聞いてみる。わからんわ。君じゃないでしょ。君じゃないでしょ。君じゃないでしょ。一回戻ってみるか。君じゃないでしょ。君じゃない。君も違う。別に違う。ちくしょう。誰に話せばいいんだ。証明する方法を見つけ出す。よいしょ。いい？
Report. Then our lead is cold, along with the corpse. Still, self-inflicted incompetence happens more than you'd think. Froth suggests seizure, or poison, or both. His usual habits might have masked something more I see. Then I suggest you speak with our resident Sook, Dr. Shafat. Dr. Shafat keeps a back alley surgery near the entrance. Curious how...
How's it?
カネトンとクヘビ。
sorry, but I...
You have a good eye for a I have all the materials and...
これ欲しい。工業労働者に服。なんか意外とあるな。
My apologies.
補正。
I'm afraid...
君は、お前は
What do we have here? Oh my, yes. Your look. Oh yes.
インテリ系。あー、なるほどね。なんかいろいろあるね。長いな。
I never forget a face.
うん。君関係ない場合。何ですか？じゃあ。
We meet again. I can't say I know the name, but I'm afraid my head has been buried in matters concerning my clinic of late. What's this to do with me? Sub-Prefect Torse is aware of me. I'm flattered, I think. Today has taken an interesting turn. I'll do the best I can without a body to directly examine. That makes me suspect poison. However, without bodily samples, a poison snooper would be the most expedient method. I'm afraid I don't have any snoopers at all. My supplies are lacking in general. If I knew that, I'd have one already. But I'm not exactly familiar with the more illicit... Hello again. Are we here? I can't say I know the name. Sub-Prefect. Today has taken... That could definitely support a poison snooper. I'm afraid if I knew that... Hello again. I can't say I know the Sub-Prefect. Today has taken an... That could be a sign of anxiety, paranoia, or if that makes a point. I'm afraid if I knew...
誰やねん。
Oh, hey there, friend. Well, color me curious. You don't know the man directly, but you're in luck. I just so happen to have a snooper. I could part with it for a proper pittance of Solari, or perhaps some alt come back when you have enough Solari.
手持ちに持たないか？
Welcome. Would you like to dip? How much Thalaris would you like?
Oh, hey there, friend. Well, color me curious. You're in luck. Solari always...
はい、この図長い。
これでいいのかな。上半身独立検知。見えないと思うんだけど。なるほど。こっちには
If you're hearing this, well, I didn't get away. I'm mostly late. The guy that called me must have done my questions asked. There was this one chance I could have said no, but I didn't. I crunched the numbers, fine-tuned them. That was all it took to bring down the ceiling in a million lives. I didn't press the button, but I knew it was coming. I just didn't want to disappoint the guy who asked. They gave me a new title, a nicer coat, called me not familiar. But after that, they wouldn't look me in the eye. And the thing I hear over and over, it's not the blast, it's my silence. Then I found this pamphlet stuck behind a sink. You dig, you sweat, you die, and your work builds up.
You? I'm in over my murder. No, there's clearly been a mistake. The situation is insane enough without these. All right, you nerve-wracking hound. Let me. Stranger than usual. A redhead. He met with her in a closed room for hours. He came out, distressed, immediately ordering. I didn't recognize her. She looked, noble, perhaps. I don't know if I should, He had a secret workshop in the Eastern Shield Wall. I don't know why he checked. I'll send you the coordinates of the workshop. I understand. Let's get... Murder. Austin was with the... In essence, I'm the acting planetologist of Arrakis. It's ludicrous. I'm in over my head. I've suspected as much. You should understand. Austin was a brilliant engineer, as near as I can tell. It wasn't any one thing or any describable clue. Just a million... Or once I saw him sobbing over a set of city planning sketches. He didn't see me. He avoided... I'm not sure how he made ends meet, An alibi for Austin's murder. I'm afraid the only proof Alistair and Ugo. Isn't that the thing? But I can't imagine them. Was that some sort of revolutionary manifesto? I don't know much about the book itself. Not specifically. I don't know if it is any way connected. But towards the end, he also seemed to be hanging out about more and more shady and was that some easy there? I don't know. Towards the end.
Ah, you are back. How can I help? Names and colors, they come and go like red hair. But who? Between his House Deserters and ex-Dune men mostly. Not keep it down, stranger. Master Leth was a creature of public. Show it, he would vanish. Poof. That is when he would hole up in...
Found what you were looking for? Or just a new regret to pet? I believe you are mistaken, Master Lay. Known side effects include coma, confession, and occasionally death. But let's be generous. You're right, no games. Just a corpse in the Espada room and a list of insults. Murdered? No. Master Lathe was far too committed. Self-loathing's not a flaw in this town. He spent it on bad liquor, bad romance, and bad books. Master Lathe collected bad decisions like drink tickets. Advantage Raw. Master Lathe said it was not officially, depending on who you ask. That's a feature. Optimistic. That's generous. The bottle said weird stuff. Class struggle. Sorry. Things you don't read. I don't know. I suppose we just hold the weight. You will have to ask his assistant, Hester Klim. Go spoil her mood.
Ah, the return of our Why, I should think you'd be the resident expert on poisons with your involvement in the farcical plot to assassinate me. That was you, wasn't it? Just a jest at your expense. All water under the bridge, I assure. Now, what will a proper murder mystery? And I'm a suspect. How nothing comes to mind. Pshaw, we can hammer out a I can say this about poison. Not everyone can handle something terrible haunted that man. One part guilt, and take it as you will. I am just a fatuous noble brat with too much leisure on his... Allow me to lend you an ear. Maybe... yes, his illimitable... And I'll tell you another thing. We can smell our... I can say... I was mildly put off by... Oh, yes, that was the most... Histories of imperial descent for... Come to think of it, he also recently... Yes, well, I'm afraid I missed out on that bit of gossip. A pity. I did. Only that they have an improbably high propensity for slapping me. Men and women. Though to be fair to them. Oh, do you mean Austin's tremulous little apprentice? In that case, I shall count the minutes until the next... Do I? Anyway, the proprietor can vouch for me. Well, only the usual assortment of patrons. Nothing noteworthy, I'm afraid. It's been a...
Very well, what do you want? I'm sure... Why are you...
Report. You rattled her then? Good. Did anything shake loose? Did she say where? If he was running, that's the direction we look. Very good. You're starting to think like a Cheops player. Go see which one Lath left behind. The pyramid game. 9 levels. The point is, you don't win Cheops by just like an investigation.
あ、もう12時じゃん。早っ。腹減った。
his own enemy.
After the pamphlet, I started asking questions like, who does this serve? And the answer kept coming back. It serves them, the nobility. The lady was brighter on that pyre than Phaedra Vi. Old money, old grudges. She wore ruin like perfume. Drank, talked, pretended we weren't just ghosts. One night, I told her my worst secret. The one I can't say here. She didn't flinch. I asked her what that made me. A man, she said. A man with blood in his hands like the rest of us, just don't wear gloves. Then one morning she showed up with real gloves, silk, elbow length. I knew she was hiding something. I gave her my worst sin. It was a love letter. She smiled, kissed me, then she asked for a confession. Not for her, for the Harkonnens. Said she needed money to buy back her family's heirloom. I laughed and asked if she was serious. Deadly, she said, and took another sip of her drink like it was just another Thursday.
焼く、もう焼く。
You've been to the workshop. Did our engineer leave anything behind besides... Well, you're still alive, so I assume the greeting committee took it poorly. What did you find? What kind of annotations? Margin notes. Maybe a move. Maybe a distraction. In Cheops, not everything on Phaedra Vi. Now there's a name from the past. Complicated. Phaedra Vi is a man-eater. She does... I knew men, smart ones who thought they were the exception, that they could handle. They're not around to argue the point. Of course she was. Phaedra always knew how to pull a thread, until the whole man came undone. You want answers? Go see Phaedra Vi. You'll find her apartment in...
They think it's a tribute. Grand revival. I'm hosting it after all. Who better? The same fools who couldn't spell Genusian if I bled it onto parchment. Dressing up the corpse of old Carthage in borrowed silks like that makes it breathe again. But that night, it wasn't a party. It was the last time the world bent around me. I ruled it for a single night. Nothing that came after ever mattered. Now they wear the masks. They mouth the toasts. They pretend they remember. It's not nostalgia. It's taxidermy. Still, if the ghosts are coming, I'll be waiting at the door.
Did you see Phaedra? I assume you found a trail to where she's hiding. Yes, the missing piece of the puzzle. I'll be sure to include it. It could be something, could be nothing. It could be a waste of time. Either way, interesting. Then I hope your Thopter's gassed and waiting.
Ah, 飯食いたい。作るか。これだけはしたい。でも、よいしょ。どこ？あ、近い。行くぜー。
thought I cared. What I wanted was my grandmother's necklace. The Star of Wisuva. 6 generations of Vais wore it. Smuggled from a Kaz in a corset lined with blood. Gone when Carthag went up in flames. Austin saw the tears. He thought they meant something, so he gave me his truth like it was a gift. I didn't betray him. Not in the end. I kept his secret and lost the necklace anyway. Even if I'd held it again, it wouldn't bring back the ballroom, or the music, or the dancers. You can't ransom ghosts. And gods be damned, the dead
You again? What now?
ごめん、君じゃなかった。
Report on the deep desert. Murder's noise. Cargo is signal. What kind of hive that? Let me see it. Huh. Yes, I recognize some of these names. Tell me what you see. Possibly, but everyone's always angling for something. It doesn't mean it's work. If it were obvious, you wouldn't be asking. The answer's buried, figuratively and literally. Coincidentally, I have a seat at a banquet with Phaedra Vine, and several others listed on that manifest. I'll gather what I can there. You go back to Phaedra's apartment. That note might be our next... Read it. What did it say? Ah, subtle as ever. She's leaving you a memory dressed as a riddle. What do you need help with? There aren't many once great cities around here, are there? I assume you can guess what city she's talking about. Indeed. Arakene's survival. The answer is Carthag. And I suspect our dead engineer has provided the clue that confirms this detail. 10194. The year the old city died. I don't know exactly what she meant you to find, but this feels like something carved. She's not subtle. Find the picture. She's telling you where the lock is, or the key. Congratulations. You've graduated from aimless rummaging to actual
時間過ぎの早い。なかなかなんか意外とロード時間長い。肖像がこいつか。いいね。おう。あ、おう。おうおうおうおうおうおうおうおうおうおう。従者のメモを解読する。従者のメモを解読する。違うな。かつての偉大なる町、関越の怪しい時代、私の思い描いて。わかりません。本棚でしょ。 どうすればいいんだ。間違えた。これが何を意味するのか。ちょっと待って、従者の目を解除する。なんかある記号とかそういうの、全然理解できん。今度は関係ありそうだけどわからんな。こうでしょ。5個でしょ。今度は1、2、3、4でしょ。どういうことだこれ。わかんない。これどういうこと？額縁。誰か1、2わかんない。どういうことだこれ。どういうことだこれ。 れじゃねえな。ダメだ、全然わからん。肺からの復活。ちゃうな。わからん。肺からのクエスト。肺からの。 然わからん。どこだ。わからん。どこでしょうかね。わからんな。肺からの復活。これを日本語じゃなくてイングリッシュにして From the Ashes。で、あったあった。あ、書いてあった。旧体の設計図。上、左上、左上関数。違うわ。右上関数、右上。ほー。
I've been trying to say this for weeks. Carthag, you want the truth? I was hired to fix a problem, quietly. A man, high voice, long shadow, wanted something buried. No noise, no survivors. I helped him, mapped fault lines, tuned resonance, knew exactly what would happen. They paid me, gave me a new collar, a title I never earned. Carthag fell. You've seen the ash. But I laid the tracks. When the train came, I looked away. The nightmares aren't fire or screams, they're silence. That moment before I could have said no. Now it's inside me. A rot. I drink, I work, I don't sleep. Take this, sell it, burn it. Just remember someone knew, even if I don't tomorrow. The two men say first silence, then dust, then wings in the dark. I used to think it was poetry. Now, it feels like a countdown. I've been trying to say this for weeks. Carthag, you want the truth? I was hired to fix a problem.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for any... That's not normally a good eye trade-in. And I've got lots of customers, each with their... That's unfortunate. I shouldn't say. It's not good business. It's not safe. All right, all right. The lady, she particularly yearned for a necklace. So Phaedra hatched... I knew she was scheming up something to put together the scratch she'd need to get... No. Damn, I've got an answer. Phaedra was part of a little cabal who collectively had a stash of treasure they took out of old... Phaedra was making desperate trades to get the funds to retrieve her ancestral necklace. As for that person listed on the manifest, the Overseer, that is not the sort of thing you spill over afternoon tea, is it? suppose.
That's not your door to open, stranger. Push it, and you'll find I'm harder to move than most. And by order of the Emperor, I'm telling you to slow your gallop. There's nothing for you inside. Who are you, stranger? But look at you. You got the gait of someone walking on borrowed authority. Fast or slow, I don't think you're gonna get much chatter out of them inside. They're all dead. We've got one survivor, technically. Old bird's flapping her wings on the way down. But she tours at a party. Well, there goes the mood. All right then, since you're so worked up over it, I could use help matching fate. And if you already know some of these silk-wrapped corpses, oh good. That saves us a few hours of corpse roulette. The rest you and your list can help. It's my job to know who's whispering in the shadows. This crew kept to them. I've had files on half of them since they landed. I mean, they didn't dine with the Atreides, didn't show up in the salons, and never came down on private carriers, quiet ones. When nobles start behaving like spies, I start watching like one. These little gatherings weren't new. Masquerades are not. Masks just gave them an excuse to say the quiet parts out loud. They never shouted about spice or power. It was always the desert. Who knew what? Who had the map? Sounded more like a treasure. All I know is they were tight-lipped going out, and even tighter coming. Anyhow, enough jawing. Let me get a look at that guest list. I'll match it. Appreciate it. Now I'll play scribe. You go play confessor. Call her countess if you like. Sharp tongue, sharper memory. Don't be fooled by the frailty. The butler saw things. Doesn't rattle easy. You do well to speak with him. See what the butler and the old hawk have to say. After that, come find me. Let's have it. Spit it out. I make it my business to know which. Most of them never set foot out. Helps to know who drinks what when they start dropping dead. Spit it out. It's more his beef with me. Or my kind, more specifically. I'm Town Fremen, born and scarred. I call him what he is. Spit it out. Only by reputation. Which heard she once tried to spit it out. Know him? Sure. Drunk with him, I dragged him out of gutters more times than I care to count. And left him there once or twice too. You need to visit our expiring countess before she curdles.
Do forgive the mess. They died as they lived, loudly and with abysmal table. Butler to the late lordlings of this doomed affair. My talents include wine. It began as a toast, ended as a cautionary tale. You may pick. It's simple. Wine was poured, conversation flowed. Then, so did the convulsion. You will forgive my impertinence for pointing out there is an... It would behoove you to speak with her while you can.
Oh, splendid. An audience. I was beginning to worry I'd die. Countess? Did you just address me as Countess? Did he now? How sweet. That sun-scalded hat. Do I look like some lace-draped provincial with a grain tithe and a hobby? Alert the criers. We have discovered a I was Eulalia Hawthorne, Marchioness, patron. No. But whoever it was deserves a medal for culling the herd of those protectors. No, thank the stars. Another bureaucrat sniffing around. Hands off, you clod! You tear No. I'm still wearing... There are tiny barbed claws secreted within the mask. I saw Una Byrne try to remove it, and half idiot. The wine merely opened the door. Poison in the wine, poison in the mask. Leave the mask alone. Because betrayal is their native tongue. Let's just say, when money and memory are tied to the same grave, by all means, prolong my suffering with your... No one worth the effort. Just a pack of maulers fighting over my ruin. At least death's... What happened? Fashion. Graf Vero died smiling, the fool. Spilled his wine and his wit in equal... With one of those ghastly little speeches nobles made. This I remember with perfect... She said, too hard to forget it. I wasn't really listening. And I've spent decades letting that woman... Our dear hostess Phaedra. And I do mean dear, given what it cost her. Dead, did you say? But the Toastmaster strutted around with her voice and mask like she owned the place. Typical Phaedra. Can't even die without making herself the center of attention. Graf Ansel Vero. A bloat blue. A coward's color. Fitting, really. He always did flee when anything required a spy. A thing? Darling, the Graf was bare. Turns out my precious toxin modulator works. Slows the venom. I'll die last. Oh, do not ruin this for me. I want one last kind. Kill them. They'll spend my death pawing through jewelry and gossiping in the kitchen if you don't. It's a tradition, you know. The servants die with the mistress. But I rather like it. Please, kill the little wretches. Swear to it. Empty promises suit you well. But I can tell you are lying to... My third sister is Bene Gesserit. She will see to it. They are necromancers, you know.
Oh joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence... Well, I don't know the specific name attached to that handkerchief. In any case, someone waved the handkerchief in question dramatic. Nothing else comes to mind, save that the handkerchief in question carried... Ah, just when the silence was big. Where do they come from? Same place as the lies they're meant to hide. Masks are just another way to No, just if it reeks of desperation and mild opium, it likely belonged... She was mid-squabble with the... Hard to tell with that set. Just when... Oh joy. Nothing in this While I was in the room, I was checking on the status of the... Nothing in this pains me to point out the obvious to one of such cunning. I was instructed to say... Nothing in this I'm afraid I do not know of whom you speak. Oh joy.
Let's have it. No blood or teeth marks. Good. She talked to you, didn't she? That's more than most get. See, that's where you got it twisted. That woman's got venom for blood. She talked because you annoyed her. Snapped her right out of that death spiral by reminding her just how much she... Call it a success. You woke up the part of her brain still capable of sneering. The question is, did you learn anything? Well then, guess it was a party after all. Anything else? Well, that's a wrinkle. Did the old bird say what color mask he was wearing? Back where I'm from, yellow marks a coward. But nobility tends to mistake fear for wisdom and wear it. So find the wine stain next to a blue mask and you found our graph. We can work backwards from there. Of course he did. Might want to run that scanner of your bold choice bringing a discount snooper to a high-born massacre. Still, point it at the mess. Might surprise us both. Sort out where the graph ended up. Then we'll talk.
Oh joy, just when the silence was beginning. The man in the sapphire mask believed he could hold court and one more servant to fix what... He dropped his wine while gesturing about bloodlines, as if his own hadn't... The wine came out. The stupidity did not. Just when the silence... Oh joy, nothing in this vast universe pains me to... I was instructed...
Let's have it. Let's hear it. That doesn't track. Let's have it. Let's hear it. That... Let's have it. Let's hear it. First prize to the junior investigator. That, a can of pressed slig. 5 cans of pressed slig. Well, meanwhile, I came up with 2 names of my own. 8 masked assholes dead on the floor. Drank their guilt, now they'll sin no more. Haven't had the pleasure yet to speak to Theophilus about Agade Yamari. That's what the note says. Our resident astronomia You know, I heard a funny story about that school, but I heard in their final year, the students are one of them graduates, the other disappears. It's never explained which is which.
Oh joy, you've returned. She was prone to a serious allergic reaction to a species of plant in our flower arrangement. She wished to sit as far away from it as possible. A common reaction to that particular flower. The wealthy chose aesthetic over practicality or safety. Alas, nothing pains me more than being unable to do your job for you. But I do not recall. I merely changed his seat. I regret to say that the seating arrangement was the casualty of a wine-spilling incident by someone...
Let's have it. Then let's have it. No, that's not right. Let's have it. Then let's have it. No. Let's have it. Then let's have it. No. Let's have it. Then let's have it. I'd say it's more of a Zaffrey violet. But that seems to align with my conclusion. I figured out one more. That snooper thing of yours chirped like it knows something? Well done, friend. While you were nosing around, I confirmed that the caskets themselves were not poisoned. Meaning? That's exactly correct. Someone doctored the vino after it was delivered. Always nice. Turns out the wine was arranged by a man named Ambrose Lucifera. Fancy. I had him dragged in. Now's the time to go poke holes in his story.
Please do me the courtesy of telling me why I am being detained. Oh, balderdash. Who did you say was murdered? Well, now, see here. I merely arranged for the wine to be delivered. Everyone knows I have... Oh, well, there you have it. I took no involvement in their glassware. Merely a rare vintage from the planet of Grenbel, home of the exquisite... Why, yes, any of the staff of the Seleucid Bull, as well as a few of the regulars, can attest to my... Oh, goody, goody. With that unpleasantness out of the way, is there an... He's what some call a town fremen. Impeccable... Still... He harbors a certain... Those of my status often... Well, I'm afraid I missed that. If such a hoard exists, an intriguing notion... And now we are back to a morbidly fun game. Proceed. At that banquet... Afraid I don't know. It could be... No, he's convol... Before you go, I did pass on a note to one of the guests. You'd have to ask the... Roella Ramsby.
Oh, joy. You've written... That name does not mean anything to me. But I will... On behalf of whom? Ah, yes, the drunken peacock. The man dresses like a walking dessert tray and talks like he's auditioning for a play no one asked for. Now that you mention it, I did. The recipient was a woman wearing a terracotta-colored mask. I serve drinks, not plot lines. I neither... Afraid so. Oh, joy. You've returned. That name does not... On behalf... Ah, yes. The man dresses like a... Now that you mention... Correct. Afraid so. Oh, joy. That name does not... On behalf... Ah, yes. The man dresses like a walking... Now that you mention it, I did. The recipient... I serve drink. Afraid so.
Let's have it. Very good. Was he still? Don't keep me in good instinct. Keep pull. All right. Let's hear what you've turned up. You sure you're not working for the killer? Because your investigative skills are doing them a lot of favor. Let's have it. All right. Let's hear what you've turned up.
No, no.
Let's have it. All right. You sure you're not working for the killer? Let's have it. All right. You sure you're not...
Oh joy, you've returned. Congratulations. Forgive me, but I wasn't conducting a limb census between... She did linger rather tenderly on the frieze near the dining table. But then, touching things that don't belong to them is a long stand. I can say that I did not much care for that behavior. I had polished. Now I shall have to spend hours more wiping away the fingerprints.
Let's have it. All right. Yes, that fits. Let's see here. If Ruella Ramsby was there, that means the other terracotta has to be... 2 masked assholes dead on the floor. Guess the toast hit harder than they bargained for. Calm yourself. We'll get there soon enough. One of the remaining 2 guests is Lady Bianca Baghetti, a puffed-up hanger-on from a disgraced minor house. That means the last dead Sub-Prefect Tors. No, I mean Tors is here. Good afternoon.
There you are. Report. Don't look so slack-jawed. Who else would... I was delayed. A pity. A grisly thought. One I've already entertained. They are no more my people than you are. I watch them as Fenring commands, though their antics hardly inspire admiration. What manifest? Carthag. There it is. Motive. The killer is eliminating the survivors of old Carthag one by one. Revenge. Concealment. Or the quiet removal of a dangerous truth that could unpick... Indeed. And if you've a name for the hand that signed that order, now would be the time to There it is. Motive, opportunity, and means. Our assassin... Yes. And how do you suggest I handle this? What have you... Then having failed here, Where is our ghost's next haunt? Then I must go. To catch a killer. Don't be a fool. One sight of you and our ghost, as you call it, will vanish. Better you... Yes, well, I never much cared for Cheops.
Ah, あれ、もう2時だ。そろそろ
There's nothing here. The killer saw us coming. Now the trail is cold, and we're going to have to report our failure to Count Fenring. You've been an adequate assistant. I'll put it all in my report. You can leave now and report back to whoever it is you report to. Stop! In spite of everything, the Master still wants you alive. To fulfill your mission. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. I still recognize you. Even with this face. Even with this flesh. You move like you always did. Smile like you always did. Don't follow me. I have a mission of my own.
And if you get in my way, I'll put you down. We can always grow you again, after all.
You're back from Arakeen. Rumor is that it was a bloodbath. Report. Other business. That sounds thrilling. Now you have my attention. Mysterious deliveries are always... That's a very dangerous ball for you to be playing with, Kitten. Well done, Kitten. This will be if we find anything interesting. You're back from Arakeen. Other business. Then this is goodbye. Fenring has gone... Fenring owes us all... No. Without other orders, you report to me. Tell me what happened in Arakeen. A face dancer? I've heard of them, Kitten, but never expected to have to deal with one. Revenge? For what? Perhaps, Kitten. The destruction of old Carthag was a catalyst for many changes on Arrakis. Who knows what sparked it? But come now. I've heard nothing of a captured face dancer in Arakeen. So I assume... I see. So one of the Count's best men is dead, and the killer has escaped. I like you, Kitten, but this is a failure. I will pull my network and try to find out where this creature went.
Finally. I've been trying to find a moment to contact you, but Mother is relentless. Luckily, she's distracted by a social event, so I can get out of the palace for a few hours. Can you meet me at the Seleucid Bowl in Arakeen? Same table as last time.
飯食べよう。疲れた。